Hello and welcome to today's installment of the Introspect Technology I3C video series. Today we'll talk about sideband bus testing, and we'll talk about an important topic, which is how to read registers from devices that reside behind an SPD hub on a DDR5 DIMM. So we have the SV4E I3C test module here. It's connected to the single sideband bus interface to the DIMM. That goes to an SPD hub, and then behind the SPD hub, there are other devices like the PMIC and the RCD. And we will see how to read and operate on registers within devices that are behind the SPD hub. So to do that, we will start with a previously generated program where we have done a reset operation on the sideband bus, where we have performed initialization of the sideband bus, so things like set bus condition and the second NAC. And then also in a previous demo, we showed how to read registers from within the SPD hub itself. Now we want to go further and read a register from within the PMIC behind the SPD hub. So we will just paste some code here and then describe what we're doing. So we will read from PMIC register number 4. And according to the specifications, we expect a value of 0 in that register. So again, true to the Introspect API method, we use human-readable language as much as possible. So we expect to get a series of bytes. These bytes are obtained from the sideband bus controller Python class, which is a representation of the SV4E hardware box itself. And then the method that we're calling on this class is a PMIC read method. So it's really that simple. You call a PMIC read method, and then you give it arguments related to the slave address itself or target address itself, and then the registers within that target. So the target address itself happens to be PMIC 0 that resides behind SPD with HID 7, or in our language, we call that DIMM 7. So the PMIC 0 that resides on DIMM 7, the register address within the PMIC is 4, and we want to read just 1 byte. And then the rest of the code, as usual, is just conditioning to check if the result we got is expected or not. So there is an if statement to define whether we've gotten a correct result or not. If I click run here, the log window will do the reset first. It takes 4 seconds, and then it will initialize the bus, and then it will perform the 2 read operations that we had in the code. One was from the previously generated test procedure where we were just reading from the SPD MR0 itself. And then the second read operation is reading from the PMIC that resides behind the SPD. And so we're showing how we're going through the SPD basically to get the response from the PMIC, and the PMIC is putting its data on the local bus, and then the SPD is passing that data back to us on the main bus of the sideband bus. And so that's a quick demo of how to read registers from a device that sits behind the SPD hub. Thank you again so much for watching, and please come back to see more videos and more insights on how to use the Introspect Technology SV4E I3C test and debug module to validate and characterize sideband bus devices.